do.
Question number 12, Te Ururoa Flavell.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Kia ora tātou katoa. Can I take a point of order before I ask the question, Mr. Speaker?
Point of order, Te Ururoa Flavell.
Mr. Speaker, may well have, for the purposes of clarity, I think I seek leave of the House to add 2011 to the end date, 24th of March, just for the purposes of clarity is all, of the question.
Leave is sought for that purpose. Any objection? There is no objection. Te Ururoa Flavell.
Thank you. To the Minister for Social Development, what opportunity is there for providers to demonstrate that they have improved practice in order to achieve the Minister's new, quote, fresh look for Family Start? And what support has the Ministry for Social Development put in place for providers to understand the ramifications of these changes announced on the 24th of March 2011?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, there have been numerous opportunities for providers to demonstrate that they've improved practice, more than, Mr. Speaker, you would allow me to do in the timeline and the time that I'm given for this. Family Start is the most intensive and expensive program funded by the Ministry of Social Development to work with our most vulnerable families. An independent report in December 2009 found serious problems with a number of providers, and I made that report available to all of them. Since then, MSD has made extensive technical and professional support available, particularly over the last 12 months, to providers who are struggling to meet a new performance criteria around those most vulnerable children. At the end of the day, 9 providers have been assessed as performing well, and MSD will be entering a 3-year contract with them. We will support providers where we know they're delivering good quality programs, but we cannot accept that our most vulnerable families should receive substandard services.
Te Ururoa Flavell.
To the Minister, is she aware that Te Whānau Waipareira Family Start is measuring weekly visits for all new whānau which take place in it and put it in the top 10 of providers, and that 80% of their whānau are remaining after 12 months? And if so, why is it being considered as one of the providers to be shut down?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, the advice that I have had is that they are one of 5 poor performers and that they are failing to adhere to some of the basic requirements of the Family Start program manual and have not been able to successfully implement best practice advice. This is the minimum standard of practice that is expected to meet their contract requirements, and further, even with additional guidance and support, they have been one of 5 providers that have not demonstrated that they can reach an adequate level of service delivery and sustain that to be business as usual. They have had something like 14 visits from the department on this very program since July last year.
Te Ururoa Flavell.
Can I ask the Minister what consultation has occurred with Māori and Pacifica communities who will be significantly affected by the proposed cut in Family Start services, in particular in Mangere and Papakura?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, I think it's really important that we make it clear there's not going to be a cut to services or a cut to the amount of money. We are going to re-tender. So what we have is particular issues with the standards of service for these providers. We are going to re-tender, and I imagine other providers will pick up that work. We've got at least 3 months until those contracts are up, and we will extend them slightly if we need to, so we've got a transition for those families that need it. But at the end of the day, we're re-tendering. We're not cutting the amount that's in Family Start.
The House now comes to questions to members, and while question number 1 stands in the name of the Honourable David Parker, it is to the Chairperson of the Finance and Expenditure